Hello, my name is Leila Strauver and I'm 16 years old, and I'd firstly like to tell you why I'm doing this video, what it's about and why it's so important to me and what I'm doing. I'm currently doing my Gold Arts Award, and within Unit 1 you have to address an issue or a problem within the arts. I thought a video to you guys, you lovely guys, would be a good idea to get this problem out there socially. There is a million and one things you could choose to complete this task, such as funding, is it taken seriously, jobs, unis, etc. But I wanted to tread in deep water this time, and I'm going to go for something less open, if you like. My issue within the arts is diversity. Now it is highly accepted, as we have millions of artists from all around the world, and all they're there to do is to create good music, which they do. These people speak different languages, are different sexes, or have different colour skin, and now this is okay. There's one particular genre that I'd like to address, and this is the blues. In the 19th century, while the slave trade was happening, many slaves, which were black, created a way to entertain themselves, and this was through music. And this music was called the blues. When you think of the blues, you think of misfortune, regret and betrayal. You lose your house, you get the blues. You fall out with your friend, you get the blues. Your dog dies, you get the blues. While blues lyrics often deal with personal situations, the music itself goes far beyond self-pity. The blues is about overcoming hard luck, saying what you really feel, your deep inside feelings, ridding yourself of frustration, and just simply having fun. To me, this is the only genre that communicates genuine emotion. No other genre can do that. One particular person that I'd like to talk about now is Ray Charles. Ray Charles was a black American singer-songwriter. He racially integrated country music and pop music during the 1960s with his crossover success on the ABC records. Ray became the first African American to be given artistic control by a mainstream record company. Those who do not know, this is a pretty big deal. He was the only person in his town to accomplish something like this, which to me is frankly amazing. Frank Sinatra called Ray Charles, and this is a genuine quote, the only true genius in show business. Ray expressed what is in his heart and his mind, the feelings that he thought about his life, his situations, the way that his life works. And these are too intense to be said. So Ray would sing about them, and then you get to understand what he's feeling a little bit better than if he just told you them. You know, other blues singers like Robert Leroy Johnson, Charlie Payton, George Guy, John Lee Hooker, McKinley Morganfield, Bessie Smith, Eddie James Jr., John Dawson, Jimmy Rogers. And then I'd like to talk about a woman who was black and a blues singer, and her name was Memphis Minnie McCoy Lawler, or better known as Lizzie Douglas. She was the most influential female blues singer. She was a musician, a guitarist. She recorded for 40 years, and that was unheard of for many women in the show business at this time. She was the biggest female singer from the early depressions through World War One. She is cutting two diverse problems that, like, the tolerance we have now is completely different to what they had in the 1960s. For example, she is a woman, she is black. That was socially unacceptable, and because she was a woman and black, she was unaccepted. But that doesn't mean that her music wasn't any as good as the rest of the artists that were on that list. Going back to Ray Charles, because he was black, he was never really taken seriously. Now you see black artists such as Tiny Temper, Labyrinth, Vasco, Rihanna. And because now it's socially acceptable to be black and make music, these artists are taken seriously. Their music tells a story, but because Ray Charles was black, it wasn't most times black, he wasn't taken seriously. But this doesn't mean that his music doesn't tell a story. It just means that no one really took much interest in it. The artist I've just mentioned before is basically normality to us. It just upsets me that diversity and tolerance is still an issue. You know, time progresses and people's view changes, but to me this issue should have never been an issue to start off with. It is genuinely just people's ignorance getting in the way of things. And to deny people of genuine talent like Ray Charles, Bessie Smith, McKinley Morganfield, John Dawson, Jimmy Rogers, people like that, to deny them of their talent is just plain wrong. And diversity should have never been an issue within the arts at all, but unfortunately it is, and it is something that we are still battling today. That, and it's not just within the arts; it's all around the world. People don't have tolerance with food, media, all this sort of stuff. Like all over the world, stuff in this world is not just from people who live in that country. I'm an English person and I live in England, and many things in England aren't English. They aren't originated from English. Not a lot of things are, and not to have tolerance of this is just plain ignorant, and it's just not what you think of these days. I know I rattled on a bit, and I just wanted to get my point across. But if you guys could do me a favour, it would mean a very much lot to me. If you could comment below, inbox me on my YouTube account, find me on Facebook, Layla Strowther, tweet me at Layla Strowther. I'll put my details at the bottom. Let me know. It would help me out a lot. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.